Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Taisha. I hope you're having a beautiful day so far. So today's video I wanted to talk about all about oily skin foundations. I have oily skin and I have a lot of texture and pores around the whole cheek area and nose area, and my whole entire face is oily, except like lately it's been getting dry, just like literally like right here on the sides. I don't know, it's weird, and I moisturize and everything. But what I'm trying to say is I have really oily skin, and especially now that spring and summertime is coming, girl, you know how oily skin gets. So I wanted to do a part 2 from my last video. I did a top 5 drugstore foundations. I'll link it below if you guys haven't watched it. I will also have my shade range in the description box to help all my foundation twins out there, and as well as my foundation playlist in case you're wondering what other foundations I have tried. So this time around I wanted to do high-end and drugstore because I didn't have that many drugstore foundations to show you, and I didn't have that many high-end. So I was like, you know what, let me just do a video on my favorite oily skin foundations that I would recommend to a friend. You guys are my friend, so yeah, that's what today's video is going to be all about. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with drugstore, and then I can't even talk. I'm going to start with drugstore, and then we'll go ahead and start talking about high-end foundations because, you know, they're a little bit more expensive. But all these foundations, you guys, will give you full coverage effect. I have a lot of dark marks on my skin tone from previous like acne. I would say it wasn't really acne, it was like, I guess, hormonal pimples, because you know acne is like when you have a bunch of pimples. I would just get them like every single week. One will go, one will come back. I don't know, it's weird like that. Sometimes I still get it, sometimes I still do break out. I have a couple breakouts on my face, which is perfect for this video so you guys can really see how, you know, my skin really looks like, which I do not mind showing how my skin really looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started by talking about this drugstore foundation. By the way, you guys, every foundation I tried on, I have one side prime and the other one not prime, so you guys can see the difference. And also the primer I did use is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. It looks something like that. This is $5 to $6 and it's amazing for oily skin. It gives you like a really nice blurring effect. Plus it makes your skin matte, which is amazing. And again, it's $6. You can't really beat it. So I would definitely recommend you guys go and check out this primer. I also do have a review in case you guys want to see how it wears throughout the day. But I really like this primer, and it's been my go-to. So this side of my face, think about it like looking at the mirror. This part will be prime and the other side won't. Okay, and so the first foundation I want to talk about is this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This is in the color 107, okay, and it's called Fresh Beige. This is the perfect everyday foundation if you're on a budget. It does say to be a demi matte finish for normal to oily skin, and it's oil free, and I really do have to agree with it. If you're a MAC NC35, I feel like this is one of the closest shades at the drugstore that you're gonna get, which is why I love it so much. It definitely keeps your skin super matte, not overly like super dry, but from all these foundations, this one has to be one of the most like matte foundations I have found at the drugstore. It's really good. The shade range is amazing. I love the texture. It starts like by applying a little more liquidy. You blend it out and you will start to notice how it starts to settle more into that mattifying foundation. So I really like this foundation. I have not tried 24-hour wear, okay, but I have tried like 12 to 13 hours, and it really does stay on place and it doesn't budge, and it's just a beautiful foundation. I just really love the shade. I feel like once you find a good shade of foundation, you can usually blend it with other foundations. So let's say you just cannot figure out your drugstore foundation or your foundation shade in any foundation, I would recommend you find your favorite formula and then buy 2 colors and start mixing them. I noticed like that you really do find like the perfect shade. So that's just a little tip in case you are really having a, you know, difficult time finding that perfect shade. We're more than one color, so that explains why you really cannot find the perfect shade. But once I apply this with my concealer, powder, and everything just comes together. So yeah, really like this foundation. I apply 2 to 3 layers depending on the day. For me, 2 layers is when I'm having a really good skin day, and then 3 layers is when I'm having a really bad skin day, meaning I do have a lot of like breakouts, my dark spots are looking a little more darker than day, you know, it happens like that. So that's when I will use 3 different like coats of foundation. In the video I am showing you 3 layers because I feel like I needed that today to give me that really pretty, you know, even out effect. And I personally love full coverage, in case you didn't know, but I do not recommend full coverage to everybody because not everybody needs, you know, to have such like heavy amount of foundation on. If you do not have that much to cover, don't overdo it with foundation. But let's say you are just breaking out right here and then the rest of your skin is clear, just apply the 2-3 layers of foundation around this area and the rest leave it, you know, with 1 even layer so your skin doesn't overly get oily, because a lot of foundation can equal to your makeup just melting away. Oh, I also wanted to say I'm applying all my foundations with the e.l.f. beauty sponges. These have become my favorite sponges and it's only $4 to $5. If you go to Walmart, you'll find them for $4, but they're really squishy and they're amazing. So I really like the sponges. So all my foundations, I apply them with sponges. Sometimes when I'm in a rush, I do apply it with a foundation brush, and the foundation brush I recommend, it's the Real Techniques, what is this called, Expert Face Brush. This is a really good brush. You know, sometimes you're like running late or you just are too lazy to get up to wet your sponge. I love applying it with this and you do get a really pretty even layer and not streaky. So those are my 2 sponges, or my 2 makeup tools I would recommend, and they're all drugstore products. So yeah, that's that. The next foundation I want to talk about is this YC Collection foundation. Super underrated, you guys. They're such a bomb makeup company. This is the Stay Natural foundation and I'm in the color ST255. So it looks something like that. More neutral tone, more like when you tan, you have that really nice olive tan look. And then this one is definitely more yellow. This is the ST230. So 230, 255. It comes with the pump. I forgot to mention this one comes with the squishy tube. So they're both super easy to apply your foundation with. I love this foundation, you guys, because everyone can use it, in my opinion. Doesn't matter if you have dry skin, normal skin, or oily skin like me. It's just a beautiful foundation, and you guys will see me applying it. I mostly apply 255. I noticed when I apply 230, it's a little bit too yellow tone, and trust me, you guys, I have the, how can I say this, I have the bad habit of applying too yellow foundations, like way too yellow undertone. So just learn from my mistakes, try to focus more on a neutral tone foundation. So this I apply a little bit just to even out and give me that yellow tone that I do have on my skin tone, but mostly this color matches me amazing. The texture of this foundation is amazing. It blends out great. You do not need a lot of layers of this. I would say 1 to 2 layers, you're fine. I just love applying 2 layers on the cheeks, but if you guys notice, the rest of my face, I leave it just 1 layer. And yeah, guys, this foundation is super long wearing. It does not feel super matte. You still have movement to your face. It feels like a high-end foundation, to be honest, and it's not that expensive. So I will highly recommend you guys go and check out this foundation. They are a Puerto Rican owned business, so go and support Latina owned business. But yeah, guys, I really love this foundation. It just blends out great. It matches me great. It wears throughout the whole entire day. It doesn't emphasize texture. It doesn't oxidize. It just doesn't do anything weird. And bronzer, blush, you know, everything sticks to place. You know, sometimes some foundations like make your makeup look weird. I don't know if you guys have that experience before, but this one doesn't. It's just one of my go-to foundations that I will highly recommend in case you guys haven't tried it. The next foundation I really, you guys, this is my ride or die drugstore foundation, and I have been using this all thanks to you. So in my last video of foundations, like over a year ago I think it was, a lot of you guys were like, try the hard candy foundation, try it out. So I did, and this is my ride or die foundation. You guys know, if you watch my channel, this is my favorite foundation ever, and it's only $6, you guys. The shade range, they definitely have to work on it because they do not have that many shade ranges. They have to like make it 50 shades. If they made this 50 shades, this will be one of the most like selling drugstore foundations, I'm telling you, because it's that good. So this is the Hard Candy Glamoflauge foundation. I'm in the color Honey. It is the perfect match for me, no matter if I'm tan, no matter if I'm like pale, which my pale is not really pale, but you guys, this is like such a beautiful foundation. I cannot explain how good it is and how long wearing it is. It sticks to your skin like no other. Doesn't matter if you work 12, 13, 14 hours, you know, or if you go to school or whatever you're doing, this is gonna be your favorite foundation because it does last and it doesn't become like drying throughout the hours. You know, some foundations at the 8-hour mark, you're like, oh girl, I need to blend it out, you know, it's smudging here. This one doesn't do that at all. It sticks to your skin, it lasts throughout the day. It's just amazing. Like, this is really an amazing foundation. It has this type of applicator, which is like a little brush, I would say, but you guys, the color is perfect. This is just a bomb foundation, and if you have oily skin, you're gonna love this. Like, trust me, you're gonna love this, and it just keeps you matte. So this is one of the foundations I know in the summertime I can use and it will not let me like down, you know. We all need that type of foundation. Like, no matter what, you know, you can just take this. If there's one foundation I need for traveling, this is it. And then another foundation I would need and would recommend for traveling, because I've been using it for that long, is this foundation. So this is the Huda Beauty FauxFilter foundation. You guys probably have heard me talk about this foundation for a while too. Ever since it launched, I think it was in 2017, it has become one of my go-to full coverage foundations. I think I'm forgetting to talk about the coverage on each foundation, so I'm sorry about that. I'm really trying to give you, you know, good explanation in case you're picking a new foundation out. So the Hard Candy, I would say 2 layers and you get such a beautiful even coverage. No need for 3 layers, at least not for me, and it's just beautiful. And then the YC collection, I don't know if I said it, I feel like 2 layers, you're good to go. And then the Huda Beauty one, you need one pump and you can cover your whole entire face. I do have to say, the worst part about this foundation is the scent. I do not know why Huda Beauty loves her scent, but they should definitely get rid of that, because I feel like that's what makes a lot of people not want to try it, or super sensitive. So if you have super sensitive skin, do not try this foundation, okay? Because the scent, it's strong. Like, it's strong. You know, if you have tried Huda Beauty, you know the scent I'm talking about. But the coverage, you guys, this is so good. It's supposed to be a long wearing waterproof foundation, and I do have to agree, this is my ride or die too. So when it comes to drugstore, I will pick this one. When it comes to high end, I will pick this one. Like for traveling, you know, like if I could take just one, those will be it. And this is in the color 323 Leches. It matches me great. So I love this foundation because when I had a lot of dark spots on my face, if you guys watch older videos, you guys will notice how bad my face used to be, you know. Sometimes it gets like that, but not as bad as it used to be. It could be because I was a teenager and my skin was just acting up. I don't know, but you guys, this foundation will just cover everything. It will make me feel super confident, which is why I really love full coverage. It will just cover everything. It wouldn't give me any breakouts. It just looked amazing on my skin. And then the color too looked amazing. It is super hard to find that true yellow neutral undertone. A lot of foundations, especially the drugstore, they do make them too yellow, and like I told you guys, I have been a victim of that. But love this foundation. I love how it comes with the pump. You literally need one pump and you're good to go. I always make sure to blend out more thicker foundations with a sponge. If not, it's gonna look too cakey, and when someone looks at you up close, they're gonna be able to notice, you know, you're wearing a lot of makeup. You don't want that, so try to blend thicker foundations with a sponge. So this Too Faced foundation, you guys, is freaking bomb. It's been my go-to lately for school because it's so easy to apply and it looks great throughout the whole entire day, and it's really lightweight on the skin, but it still covers. I don't know how to explain it, and you guys will see in the video where I show you guys when I'm applying it. It looks really like healthy looking, but yet it's mattifying, yet it covers with one layer. I don't know, it's amazing. So this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. I'm in the color Warm Beige. This is a, like, I can't even talk. This is such a pretty foundation color. It has that perfect olive neutral yellow undertone. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you have my similar skin tone, you know how hard it is to find that perfect like Latina color. I don't know, it's hard. But this foundation, you guys, it says it right here, comfort matte foundation. It is like, it's so comfortable, yet I don't know how to explain it. This is a really good foundation. It says it's 14-hour wear, oil controlling and oil free and photo friendly, which sometimes if you are taking pictures, you want to be careful which foundation you wear because sometimes they can have flashback, so be careful with that. But this foundation, I love the packaging. You can really get like every single product out of it. It does have a scent too, like a peach one. So all my sensitive girls and guys out there, be careful with scents. Always look at the ingredients before buying anything, you know. But yeah, like I was saying, this foundation, I love applying it with the brush. I don't know why. I just feel like it covers a lot faster and it wears amazing, you guys. It is just so thin, but it covers. So if you're looking for a good everyday foundation, I would recommend this one. And I would also recommend for my more thinner foundations, these are the ones, okay? This one's a little bit more thicker, but these are my more thinner consistency foundations. They still give you the coverage, but they feel lighter on the skin. And then the last foundation I want to talk about, it's one of my favorite new discoveries. So this foundation comes with 100 shades, you guys. That's amazing. I feel like that's how every foundation should start launching, at least 35 shades, you know, because if a company can do 100 shades, it means it's possible. So this is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. This is what it looks like. I'm in the color TG3, so hopefully you guys can see that right there. This foundation is really interesting because it comes with a pump and you can also unscrew it, and then it comes with like a little concealer. So in case you don't want to like buy double the stuff, you can just buy this and it has everything you will need. So this right here, it says it's a long wear foundation and concealer. Like I said, it has 100 shades. I know on their actual website what you can do is buy little travel size ones or little samples, you know. So I would recommend you do that. I believe they're $20 or $10, and then like that you can also see what's your like exact match, since they do have 100 shades. So like I said, I'm in the color TG3. It matches me perfectly, especially when I have foundation, especially when I have concealer and everything like done. Everything looks really good. I do not know why, you guys. I got some new lighting and I feel like it's like kind of becoming really like light in here. I don't know, but yeah, this foundation just matches me great. I don't know if you guys have noticed, its foundation looks different on my skin, but when I apply my foundation powder, why do I keep saying my foundation, but when I apply my concealer and powder and everything matches me. So I do want to say that. And also I am applying them really fast on the clips in case they do look messy. But anyways, you guys, this is one of the foundation that is super lightweight. I know dry skin girls and guys out there really love this foundation. So this is another foundation that will work for everyone, especially if you prime for your certain skin type. It is super long wearing. The coverage is amazing. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I do feel like this is a super full coverage foundation. You don't even have to do 2 layers to get a super like full coverage, one skin tone type of makeup effect, which is why I love this foundation. I just love the quality. It feels super nice. It is more money for, you know, you're paying, I think it's $40-something for it, but it's definitely way worth it. It is amazing. It's super long wearing. It doesn't get splotchy. It doesn't turn weird. It doesn't oxidize. It just does what it's supposed to do, you know. Evens out your skin tone, lasts throughout the day, and your makeup applies beautiful on top of it. But yeah, guys, those are all my foundation recommendations. I know I have a lot of recommendations for all of you, but I really wanted to start talking about higher end foundations because I'm always focusing on drugstore, which I love, we all love, but we do have, you know, those girls and guys out there who want a more higher end foundation. So hopefully this video helped you out. Let me know in the comments below which foundation you guys recommend for me to try or other people to try out. Don't forget, I do have a part 1 to this video, so I have a link below in case, you know, If you guys want to know more drugstore foundations, go to that video. But yeah, please let me know which foundation you're currently in love with for oily skin. That is your ride or die foundation. Let me know, because thanks to all of you is how I found my favorite foundation. So go and comment that. And yeah guys, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Share it with all your friends, family members, anybody who needs help on oily skin foundations that are bomb. These are all long wearing, full coverage. They do not emphasize texture. They work great on my skin tone and my skin type. They're just bomb foundations. So I just hope you enjoy this video. And yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.